You sure do talk a lot for someone missing a brain. In this instance, someone's. Let's face this, your righteous desire for oneness isn't at all plausible, let alone attainable with your already toxic demeanors and lack of self-to-person etiquette. As it turns out, when you're on about something and lecturing another individual about said something, included party could give two fucks less about your upbringing. Let's first talk about the signs. They were never for you. Who would have thought in the world they were for you? No, that's right, you. The world is so centered around you that the notion of passive suggestion is the becoming of defiance. Goodness, you're also insufferable. You went on once, a single time about my record, and know nothing about me. You called me perfect, happy-go-lucky, and thought I even had more than a single friend. I wasn't denied because of my record, you socially inept, God-fearing loss of person tangibility moron. I was denied due to a mental issue, not that would occur to you at all, due to having vision only bested by the blind. Respect is earned, not given. You will have neither in the circumstance you find yourself a position of authority and major voice ruling. Just because you can raise your voice, ask rhetorical, not to mention very tiresome questions, and think it necessary your drawn out broken record sayings over and over again, you yourself sound like the son of a bitch. You'd be surprised to how much was needed to be answered, but due to your narrow mind, single digit IQ, and general selfishness, you've dug yourself into this position. Let me name you fully so that the world may know of your idiocy. Josephine Balanza Monticello and John Monticello, your all seeing and all knowing God, is a bitch. You too are bitches under the scope you think yourself in the light of divinity. I don't believe in Catholicism, Christianity, or effectively any religion, but that doesn't make me close minded or as stuck up and tough you so effortlessly describe me to be. You could wish, and should already be wishing, you had a worldview that wasn't so skewed in a tight manner. But that won't happen because, let's face it, and allow me to reiterate, you're morons. You take it upon yourself to say I wouldn't understand the processes that pass through your head because it intimidate me or I'm unworthy to even know. When a conversation is happening, it's most common both parties participate. This is my way of said participation due to rhetorics and what was effective retarding of your one-sided conversation. This could honestly been fully avoided had I assumed for any reason in the world that you guys are psychopaths. There may actually be something wrong in those heads of yours. Might have been dunked in the pool of magic water for a little too long. That or the water was too hot for your minds to handle. Your ideals of familial effort and bond creation through word and work alone are so dark that it fails to see the knife that is clearly too close to your hand. The wit is sharp, but the tongue is sharper. All you desire is the world to agree with your 2 plus 2 equals 3 nonsense, and it's just a bore to sit through every second of it. When dealing with you literal monkeys, people need to force themselves and remind themselves constantly that you two are the embodiments of density. When you speak of superficiality, then please remember that mirrors exist and you guys are the fakest pieces of shit to ever walk this earth. Nothing gets past you because you're already so set in the ways that don't even interact with the world in meaningful manners at all. These sacrifices and lack thereof for the sake of mention are not for those that you surround yourself with, but as bait to dangle over people's heads as soon as even a little bit of your life is inconvenience. You do not, cannot, and will never have the moral high ground because of this existing as sin mindset. You can say what you want, where you want, how whenever you want, and I'll do exactly the same. With this regard, remember that I'm smarter than you, more capable than you, your words, not mine, and that you fell into this brilliant plan as soon as you chose to rail the wrong person. If Urban Dictionary ever requires a source to represent laughingstocks, I'll be sure to fill you guys in on that. That's all I have for now. Remember that you brought this to yourself. I didn't have access to a damn thing. I have never worked in the light. You of all people should be capable of recognizing that, but that's giving you way too much credit for how you represent yourself now. Until we never meet again. If you like that story, you'll love my story to come, Matter of Where Part 1 Clear Sky. Find it in the description. Bye.